ladies and gentlemen, wow, we tone up at about 3 out of the 4 hit the Three Musketeers. What happened to Typhoon Tony?
Oh.
Hey, don't laugh. Say something, Tone.
Next.
It was great to see the magical man, the meat, and his 2 veg. 2 in a row, Marto, we have to admit. What was that bloody horse's name, Marto? Sharp and stuff?
Sharp and Smart, yes.
Oh, Sharp. I never remember the name, Tassie, but Marto's hit Sharp and Stuff. And what's it called?
Sharp and Smart.
Sharp and Smart, right? Sharp and Smart.
Yeah, Sharp and Smart.
And of course, last week, the great man, you've loaded up again, and geez, Enabler just went. I'm going to enable people to win money.
It wasn't Enabler.
Wasn't Enabler.
What was it called last week?
Ellsberg,
right. It was like the Titanic tone. It's a bit like the show starting off.
Get off. See you later.
Oh, my God. Marto going for 3 in a row. The hat-trick. Here he is, Shane Warne against the West Indies in 1996 at the MCG. The great man's going to walk in, and hopefully David Boone takes a catch-up. Yeah. And, of course, the fluttery little man, here he is, the CEO, not the arrogant, the confident one. Tassie, it's great to get back on the winners list.
Oh, look, it was only a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time.
It was just a matter of time. And, you know, every now and again, as I said, I've got to go, like, with the team. So if the team's going down, I've got to go down with them every now and again.
Now, talking about the team.
Yeah.
What team? There's no.
Well, there's no I in team, Tone, but there's a U in what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
There's a U in CU. We won't say the word. It's a bad word to say. But there's a U in it. And
why?
Don't worry about that. But how good is Pezza? Just fucking the Saturday King.
Was it? Did you get one? No compromise.
1 out of 56.
No compromise. Was that the one?
No, Mars Crusader just missed the jump over, just missed the jump by 19 lengths. Put a line through that at the moment, but it was great.
Stockman was an awesome win. It was an absolute fantastic win. So well done, Pezza.
Thanks, mate.
The mere fact that we followed the form line and then stuck no compromise in. Yep. Well, it also finished first as well, except it was first at the other end.
Thanks, man.
But how good was Stockman there?
Talking about your favourite horse in Natureship, Tone, how many times have you tipped this horse, Tone?
Twice.
How many times has it won?
It hasn't.
It hasn't.
That's why I want to say to all the familiar, any of the very intelligent family out there, they automatically went straight to Betfair and laid it as soon as I tipped it. I hope they all won a whole heap of money.
Now, I know not a lot of people watch the show, Marto, but they do since you've been here, where numbers are rising.
Yes.
Numbers
going up, Marto.
Thanks, Marto. And there's a reason why, Marto, because you were so, I don't know, how would you say it, Taz?
I'd say, no, he's so...
Straight to the point?
Forthright. Forthright in his opinions.
Well, no mucking around, is there?
No mucking around. You're right. You're right. If I can play this video, it was not a bad result in that leg of the quaddy a couple of weeks ago. And of course, lost and running, talking through my pocket back to 2 starts ago. Scratching. And don't forget Giga Kick. We love Clayton Douglas because he's doing it tough without Jamie. Don't worry about that, but he's got a good stable of horses. And it's coming up from Melbourne to steal a bit of the Everest glory. So Cancer's Craig's in the saddle, so you never know, Craig. It's unbeaten, never beaten. So
it's a heavy track. He's not going to win. What's Jesus?
Great jockey, great jumps jockey, great heavy jockey.
Wasn't he good? He was, for sure. He was the best jumps jockey around.
No, Jimmy Payton was better. I'm going back.
That is a long way back. He's going to run the Sydney Stakes in the race.
Wow.
So, Pezza, with that, you know what I really, really liked more than anything else? Wow. Not that we just mentioned it, not that Marto then put a line through it, but then because we saw tickets we actually saw people backing it. So they obviously, when Tony tips Nature Strip, they put a line through it. When Marto says can't win, they back him.
Perfect.
Hey,
They back him.
how many backed it? Willow, the Madman,
Yeah.
Willow backed
Mossy
it.
got on.
Mossy had a smacker.
Yeah.
He won a couple
that's
of
great.
grand. It was
Look,
just
I'm one of these.
It
I'm
was
one of these.
awesome.
Words. I didn't
No,
think
you
he could
love it.
win
Yeah.
anything worse than a soft track, but on the weekend he proved that anything wet over 1200, he's the next big thing.
You loved it. You loved it. And it's a gelding too, Marto. It's a gelding. So, and it's not sold to Hong Kong because that fell through. So we're going to see this horse for the next, well, who knows? It could be the next star, you know, because, but the boys, they sort of, oh, I don't know. Yeah, they're not, you know, like Winks and Black Caviar, they can sustain those long runs of being absolutely brilliant. But the boys tend to have a season or two, but, well, they're going to have a lot of fun, aren't they, with this thing?
Yeah.
Tone, not happy with the ride, of course. Tone, yeah, the ride, no good.
Shocking. Should be put out for 6 months. It's not, you know, Saturday racing, you don't take a horse out there and give it a training gallop. It's not track work during the week.
It was a fitness.
You know, should be just put out for 6 months. That's it.
Soothsayer was out the back with the Ouija board looking for a yes or a no.
Shocking.
It was shocking.
Absolutely.
That's its racing pattern.
Stockman
It's
goes
its racing pattern.
Thanks, Taz. Stockman goes bang for the great man in the familiar. Taz gets back in the winning circle. Valana was fucking brilliant, wasn't it, Tazzy?
It was indeed. It was. Its trial form was sensational. Blue Battlers. I mean, they're short of
Blue Battlers.
But yeah, it was.
Battling away. But isn't it great that Stockman, Valana, and of course Ellsberg, geez, they won with a woof in the air.
Yeah, all three.
They all won very well. And we're getting a nice from two, each of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had your money on the all up, you're going all right, because I tell you what, when Ellsberg hit the front with about 250 to go, you were giggling.
There was no stopping him.
No.
But
Anyway, boys and girls.
love, mate. Those roughies, mate. You're either first or you're last, but you've got to have a crack at them, mate. I've got to give you kudos for having a go. 17-1, you've got to have a go, right?
Isn't Marto? No, this was another one. This is Soothsayer at 4s.
Oh, wrong week. Sorry.
No, it got scratched. Tones,
Righto.
best bet.
Work gets in the way of the update. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, mate. You're right. Yeah. Tone.
Nothing. Crickets.
Tone, your first horse was scratched, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. Yep.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. So Tones was scratched, and so was mine. And
Valana,
sadly, Tone didn't find one that could come back in. But you know, the one
Well,
that Tone.
I did find another one, Taz, but I would have been more unhappier because
the
my
Congo.
second choice was in the Congo,
Yeah.
which just got nutted. So
that's an old Tassie horse, I think, in the Congo.
No, it's not mine. It's one of Tone's. But you know what, Tone? You know that the one that got scratched. What was it called? Something Position. It's in again this week. I'm surprised you didn't go to the well.
Strategic position.
Strategic Position is running this week.
Are they going to run in Brisbane this week? Geez, they're getting a lot of rain.
They're getting rain everywhere, so who knows, mate?
Speaking of rain. But anyway, the Medicado's on Friday night. It's going to chop up
night.
Saturday. Absolutely brilliant idea. Let's why don't they run the Medicado on a Saturday at Cox Plate Day? I don't understand why they would run it on a Friday night. What are they, greedy at the Valley? Are they idiots?
That's it. It's greed. It's chasing that green.
Like seriously, Marto, they're going to run 8 races or whatever on the Friday night, and then they got the Cox Plate, the best weight for age race in the world.
And then
and they're going to chop up the track for it.
All these boys and girls are going to be up late Friday night because they have to get home, get rested, and then come back to the track at Moonee Valley again.
Hey, Marto, you wouldn't see Sydney doing that.
Well, Canterbury season hasn't started yet, so yeah we do.
But anyway, the Manicato, great race. What a horse, Taz. You'd remember Manicato.
Oh, look, I do remember it, not well enough,
but
I definitely remember it.
I'm sure your cousins remember it.
Look, why? Because they used to go to the races with tracksuits and brown paper bags.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's okay. They used to fill them up.
Anyway, I think this is probably one of the worst Manicatos I've ever seen in my life. So I'm actually going to Ruffy. I've gone to 17 in the boat. I reckon that it loves the Valley. It's got track and distance written all over it. It's drawn perfectly. If there's any bias, it's going to be there waiting to pounce. And a few of these, like Paul Al, might be a bit too far back. Well, I know Paul Al's not like a Kementari or a Trekking, but I know it's going to be probably just behind in the boat. We might last at around 50 skins. Tone, you're on Paul Al.
Yes, I've stuck with J Mac. You know, I know it's favourite, but God, yeah, it is a tough race, and I don't really like a lot in it. So, you know, Jamie Carr's not riding well enough. Bella Nipotina is probably one of the best lays of the week. You know,
well, talking about Bella Nipotina, Lukey Mullen, our great mate from WA, the man.
Oh, sorry, Lukey,
and the big flamingo. He reckons that's his best. So well done, Lukey. Thanks, mate. Bella Nipotina.
Yeah.
Tez, Rothfire.
I have gone Rothfire. Look, I looked at this race really hard and fast. It was the best way to say it. But I don't think Court and Gatter's going to get it the way as easy as it wants this week. It is also 1,200. So I remember last time 1,000, Jamie got it through, rode it aggressively and what have you.
Yep.
I think that Rothfire, the way I mapped the race, it's the one that's just going to sit off the pace, probably with Palele. But I think Palele's on the inside. It's drawn the fence, I think, or barrier 2, if I'm right.
I think in the boat's just going to be in front of you two.
Well, you're probably right, but I think that Rothfire probably redeems itself. And I'm not, and I haven't been a Rothfire fan. You know how much I love Coolangatta, and you know how I tipped Bella Nipotina to beat it last start. This time round, I'm just going for Rothfire to get over them all.
Marno's going for back-to-back September run at its best win the year before. And back up again.
She won earlier this year in the William Reid at the Valley, but that was a dry track. I don't mind her going on the wet track. She still goes okay. And Kieran McAvoy is probably relatable as far as as good a jockey as what Craig Williams was back then.
Right.
So you're not losing anything with the jockey. The barrier, she wants to draw a wide anyway. She ran from barrier 10, I think it was, in the William Reid and still won over there.
Are you happy Craig's on Bella Nipotina and he's not on September?
I don't think Bella Nipotina could win. Doesn't handle the Valley.
There we go.
I do like Rothfire though, Taz. I think you're the threat, but I've just gone for a bit of value with September run.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. You know, I reckon.
Because like you said, this is a disgusting edition of the Manicato, so I think we need to go for a bit of value.
I still don't see why they don't run this on Saturday. It'd be exciting, wouldn't it?
Look,
best way stage, a sprint race, JRA Cup, Gold Cup.
Pez, I'm with you. I reckon they should. And what they could probably consider, and I don't think they've done it before, but why not have an extended meeting? So normally our max meetings are 10 races. You could probably stretch it out to a 12 race.
Yeah, 12 legger
meeting. Do you know what I mean? Start at 10:30.
Yep.
Well,
and you still finish at the same time.
Like 78s that are running on Saturday. Put them on the Friday night at the Valley.
Yeah. Well,
that's switching out.
Don't even have races. Don't even have the right. Yeah.
I think.
Well, you're saying don't run it all Friday.
No.
Okay. Don't chop the track. Don't leave the Strathie perfect for Saturday.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if there's a lane on Friday night, geez.
But
it's going to
the rail position changes, doesn't it, between Friday night and Saturday morning?
Yeah. Anyway, Marto, don't worry about the Valley and what we're talking about, Tone. I know you're really keen to say something, Tone, but it's all about the game, man.
Yeah, well, they were talked about this months ago, and I'm with all the trainers and jockeys, and they're just too much racing, and they're too greedy. So they've got, like Marto said, you know, they've got to go on there Friday night and then get up early on that Saturday morning and go again. And it's tough on everybody in the racing industry. You know, it's too much.
Yeah,
it's just greed, and it's happening every day of the week. You know, there's no need for it.
Sort of a serious comment from the great man.
Oh, I do like it, but
they're doing it tough. It's hard.
It's not a festival. Do you know what I mean? So why have the
I just think Sydney at the moment do. Did you see the crowd, like the 48,000 last week watching the Everest? It was like 110,000 watching it. It was like one of the UK Ascot sort of Gold Cup Cheltenham days. The atmosphere was absolutely amazing. And then you go to the Caulfield Cup, looked like a Sunday meet. You know, it was shit house. You know, compared to what you're watching. And that's just an observer. Like, I wasn't there, I wasn't at either track. But just watching on the TV, the atmosphere of the Everest compared to that used to be our best mile and a half race in the Caulfield Cup. Night and day. It was like a Sunday meeting versus the Everest. It was shit house. Honestly, just being an observer, neutral observer.
I think the way that they've done, and I'm not saying that they haven't done the Sydney races up in the same manner, but I think at Caulfield, everyone's indoors these days.
Yeah, they're all in the marquees.
That's but not even just the marquees. They're in the marquees, but they're also like when you go, you're in behind closed doors.
The grass area.
So you don't see like years ago. You used to get out. You wanted to be on the grass area. I mean, I had a mate.
Playing the Victoria, getting a bit soft.
Probably, but we had a mate. We used to go to the races a fair bit, and I kid you not, this guy won in every single race because when he used to put his ticket on, right. Then when we get to the grass area, he'd be whatever was winning. Go you Ripper, you beauty, yes, and holding up his ticket. Anyway, no one would know that he's holding a fucking losing ticket.
Right.
Because he's just screaming, go you Ripper, yes! And then we'd walk away, go, fuck, I fucking lost. But everyone around him was like, here's this prick, he's fucking won again.
Right.
Now, this guy used to win 8 out of 8.
Don't really understand the idea or the comment at all. And we've just
the idea of the comment is that people used to get out onto the lawn and be crazy.
Oh, okay.
Now
I understand.
Now people don't get out there and do nothing. All they do is they sit indoors. They have a couple of beers. All the bookmakers are inside as well.
Yeah, I know.
They used to be out behind the palm trees.
Look at Flemington now. Flemington, the members area is now bigger than the public area. Like, come on.
It's not. Anyway, it's not the same.
Marto, it's all about Marto, the hat trick.
Yes.
She's extreme, Marto. Come on, take it away, mate. We're running out of time.
I was going to tip Walinga Beast as my best of the day, but I don't know if she's going to Sydney or she's going to Moonee Valley.
Wow.
So that's it.
Interesting. That's interesting because Walinga Beast is in race 4, nominated race 4 in Moonee Valley.
That's right. And she's in race 6 at Randwick as well. And she knows she's going to get a wet track at Randwick. She is a leader. Is there going to be a bias at Moonee Valley? Do they slip her south of the border? We don't know. So with that unknown said, I'm going to go to race 8 and I'm going to say She's Extreme wins this. 54.5 kilos. Look, I like the way she ran last start. Probably no match for the Guineas winner. Sorry, she beat the Guineas winner. She was no match for the winner last start. But 54.5 kilos, it's a wet track. She's got barrier 10. It doesn't matter. She springs out of those gates and she goes forward. She leads. Glenn Schofield will keep her pumped and away we go. Anthony Cummins got another winner at Redwick. Bang.
Perfect. Love it. Love Anthony Cummins. Tone, you going to say anything, mate, or what?
Oh, yes.
Like
coming out of my favourite barrier 10. All good.
Right.
Like it.
Tassie's gone up north. He's gone back to Doomben.
I have.
B and C. What do you got, mate?
Okay, so with me, Battlelong handles all sorts of tracks. This is also a dual nominator. So it's nominated down in New South Wales as well, but I suspect it's going to be running up here in Queensland. I'm going to just go through some interesting stats with this horse and as to why. Yeah, it's going to be real quick. October 2021 was beaten 5 lengths at Flemington behind Home Affairs. October 2021 in New South Wales, beaten a length behind Mazu. May 2022, beaten a length behind Valana at Eagle Farm. I think based on those past performances, this horse has definitely got a lot of ability. And I think that come Saturday, it'll battle on to the winning post.
Love a Kiwi Swede. And it's funny, the Kiwi Swede's actually thrown a few up north too, Marto. Bjorn, he's had 3 run in the last 3 Saturdays, which is really unusual for Bjorn because he usually goes up there for the Magic Millions. That's pretty hard because he gets a lot of horses from Magic Millions. And, of course, he hits the Doomben 10,000s in Australia. It's quite interesting to see that he's had. Fun fact, of course, 2 weeks ago, we went up there.
Yeah.
The big grey.
You think he's gone up for Eastern Field, maybe?
Yeah.
I think it's gone up there to win.
He might have a little satellite stable up there now.
Look, I think they go there to win, but this one, But if it's scratched, I've got a couple in the background already.
Perfect. Thanks, mate. Tone, anything, mate? You going to say anything?
I did, You're not listening. Okay. Clean your bloody ears out. Jesus.
What did he say?
Unbelievable.
Didn't you hear him?
I like it. Michael Cahill.
Oh,
Battle,
like it.
battle
That's it.
on. That's what we tried to do. Battle on. Let's battle
That's
on and
it.
get the quaddy up there. Come on. You're running out of time.
We've got the great man, Lukey Mallet. That's right. We're running out of time. Tez is going to go Uber, his family. Great man, Ando. Don't worry about the captain. We've got the serial killer himself in Jeffrey Barnes. And then, of course, the chieftain. But, Taz, we've got some sad news about the chieftain.
Yeah, so the chieftain, unfortunately, this week, her partner, Mark, has not been too well. So he spent a couple of nights in hospital. As a result, the chieftain's got a fair bit going on with work and with her loved one.
Right.
So we had a bit of a chat, and I just said to her, listen, focus on family first and get yourselves all right and come back next week. So
we're all about
she'll be on
the
the page. She'll be on the page, like all going well on Saturday, because she will. But yeah, she just didn't get time and stuff.
Right, she's 2 in a row, so we missed her. But there was one bloke we wanted to bring back. He was only here 1 week, Marto. He was one. He gave a tip. He was here 1 week and he was out. He had half the field, the great man, and
we're all about second chances, aren't we?
Just a great man, just ready to go. This is the type of bloke he is. The great man's back, Tony.
Yeah, oh, there he is, the pink flamingo, Luke. What a champion, legend. Getting us off the. I'm
going to turn the volume up here because this is how this man rolls. Are you ready? Oh, Taz, shit, the COVID.
Sorry.
Here we go. Here we go. You're the great man. All right. Oh, we got to go through all this shit again. No, we don't, do we, surely? No.
Reset.
Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer, there he is. No, the chieftain, good on you, Noe. And the great man, here we go. No.
He's got the lollies in the van.
No, what happened? Hang on, boys and girls. Hang on, I'll stop the share. I'm going to fix that. Hang on. Keep talking, Tess.
What would you like to know? Well, what I can say is, Marto, I'll go back to your Wollonga Beast.
Wollonga Beast,
because race 6, number 6, I've got it down here.
Yeah.
I reckon that they will stay in New South Wales with it.
I have a sneaky that they will too. Kieran McAvoy, they said Kieran butchered it last time, but the directions given to the stewards was they were going to go back anyway.
Yeah, that's right. But they did the wrong thing because it was a leader's track that day.
Absolutely.
And Tone, whilst we're waiting, I know that we haven't come up with the titanium, but there's a horse going around this weekend, which is your all-time favourite.
Oh, don't mention the war, mate.
Titanium.
Don't mention the war.
Right?
Now,
no, I'm not. I'm just looking forward to it.
Now, boys, something's going wrong. Technically, Stu, I'm just going to play it here.
Welcome to Australia, motherfucker. Stick your electric car up your ass.
I know, it's very innocent.
Here we go.
Righto, guys. Saturday's race 7. I've just got a 3. Number 2, Virtuous Circle with a strong stride to the finish. Number 7, Dashing, pretty good horse, not a bad jockey. I think they get a corner turn for a wide run on the inside.
Legend.
And number 10, Got to Be Savvy, just like the name of that horse, and hopefully it'll come through. So yeah, have a good weekend all. Hope you back a winner, maybe the Melbourne Cup. Yeah, cheers all. Have a good night.
On your Luke.
On your Luke.
Hey.
Did
Good
have
to see him back.
a really long week, or he's had a bit of Dutch courage before he's recorded the match.
I reckon there's a bit of courage there he's had.
Yeah. No, good on him, though. He's a larrikin. I love him.
Can I say that he actually tipped race 7 Friday night, the great man, and I said, no, it's race 7 Saturday. And he goes, mate, I'm about a bottle and a half in of rum. I'm like, mate, even better. And, he at a minute's notice, he's onto the ball, and he actually brushed his hair. Like, what a
He's taking time.
champion. Love him. Absolute star.
Hey, Pez, when we get a chance, put up his selections for race 7
On Friday
on the
night.
slide and
Yeah,
stuff.
I will. Might try
So
and
that
flick
way,
them up.
like, you know, that's it as a special, the Lukey, you know, the special.
Now, Lukey's gone the 3. He's gone 2, 7 and 10, but we've thrown in the 1 and 12 just because Tassie's gone a bit short in his leg. So we've thrown in the hot pot. Not a bad race to kick us off. I reckon we've got the winners there. Plus, got to be savvy. I love a Butterson Young horse at it. Around 60 skins. How good would that be? Now, Pierce, I've gone 1, 5, 6, 11 and 12. I've thrown in my Ghost in Lunar Flare. Pretty keen on the topic. It's probably going to be my bet, Grand Promenade in the race. I've got to throw in Francesca Guardi because it's been scratched, I think.
Scratched, yeah.
2 or 3 times. Looking for the track, looking for the race. Comes up favourite. Persan, hate the horse, never wins. Always looks like it looms up, it's going to win. So that's in as a bit of a ghost. And of course, the Amazonian. How can you not throw that horse in? Tassie, the Cox Plate, here it is.
I do get the privilege of the Cox Plate, and what I've gone for is the hard luck stories of 2021 to fight it out. So I've gone simple. I've gone short and sweet. I've taken Zaki and I've taken Animo. These 2 last year, Zaki was scratched pre-race, and Animo should have won a race on protest. I think these 2 will probably fight it out, and there's a story in itself. And if I was to take a third, which I'm not, I'd be taking Mr. Brightside. That's all.
I think Mardo Alligator Blood's under a veterinary
it is.
examination.
Guy's pretty confident that he's going to pass, but he's got to pass another vet exam on Friday.
There's real big talk at the moment on this overseas horse down that bottom.
Yeah.
They reckon it's been working the house down and everything. But again, you know what? What they say and what they do can be completely different. So let's go short. Let's open it up for everyone else.
Well, it doesn't train donkeys, does he? And this is first up in Australia. He's put it in the Cox Plate to run against Zaki and, Animo.
Tone, any thoughts? It's probably going to be a no bet race for me.
Yeah, I'm always, I don't know, I'm thunderstruck. You know, watch with I'm thunderstruck. I don't know. That would be my smoky. But I think Animo's a certainty.
Yeah.
You're going to ride Thunderstruck closer to the pace too.
I think he might get too far back.
No, they reckon they've actually declared it. They've actually told the stewards that they're going to ride it a lot more positive.
Can it go with these? I don't know.
I don't think so, mate. I don't think he's got the early pace to go with them.
It's a really strange race this year. Just one thing, there's no 3-year-olds, and usually there's always that little smoky at 49 kegs down the bottom.
Yeah.
But this year, no, it's all on form, and I don't think Alligator Blood gets to 2,000 anyway. But
what about Gold Trip? My tip for the Caulfield Cup, because it wasn't going to run in the Cox Plate, is now back in the Cox Plate. Interesting.
Yep.
Again, comfortable in.
Maximal from the Turnbull, you know. Yeah. It's a pretty big run against Smoker Roman. What lines for the Smoker Romans for Mayton?
Yeah, I think Gold Trip's shown that he can't win over 2,000. He needs a bit further.
Tone, you got 1, 3, 6 and 8 in the last leg, big man.
Yeah, I think that's it. Big Benny on top up there on the ones. What is it? Surleo Miss. I like Agreeable, but Jamie Carr's not really riding that well. Really? I think the favourite to win it, though, Roots with Craig Williams is absolutely on fire. You know, could ride a bloody rocking horse at the moment, Craig.
Absolutely.
And I've got to throw in one of the biggest brown logs that sometimes floats to the surface in Saigon. Coming out of barrier 10 with a thief on board, an absolute scumbag. He's put us out of how many quaddies, Preble?
Yeah.
So you've got to throw in the Flintstones. Yeah, Saigon, but yeah, that's it. That's where the winner comes out of those 4.
Tough race.
I think the favourite's home.
It is a tough race.
Tough race. $20 gets you 10%. So you never know, Marty.
You never know. That's right. $20, and it's going to be a big pool again on Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone will pay well.
I was going to say a million things, and I better not. But well done, Tone. I love it. Well done. Tone, hang on. What's going on here, Tone? There's no tip. Hang on. What's going on?
Look, this week, really, when you look
what's
at
happened?
I thought this week.
Right. Gotcha.
No,
That's
not
the
on
one.
that bloody piece of no, get
Hey,
on, get
Randwick,
on
race
there.
number.
Hey, hang on, Pezza.
What?
Pezza,
What?
before Pezza,
What?
can we just go back 1 minute?
What
I
do
thought you
know?
said before that Waller, someone just said Waller doesn't train many donkeys.
What?
Who trains Big Boy Roy?
Big boy. Hey, what's happening?
Big boy Roy,
trains
I'm
it?
not on it this week.
Tone,
I thought,
something's wrong with the software. It just keeps coming up.
yeah, you've lost it. You
Can't get
know?
rid of it.
Bloody hell.
Big boy
I'm gonna
Roy.
call-
Okay,
I'm gonna
Tony, here we go.
call you an oxygen bandit in a minute
Wow.
because I did not tip Big Boy Roy.
What have you
Actually, I
tipped?
thought this Saturday was the 31st of October because I got more ghosts running around this weekend. You would think it was Halloween. But
Tony,
Big Boy Roy, I'm not on. So
it says up
everybody
here,
get on-
race
not
9,
on.
number 10. Aussie
Number
Nugget.
10. It does say it.
Wow.
Number 10.
Yeah.
I wonder. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Nugget. Sticking with the Nugget. I have several selections. It was a very tough decision to come up with, but I've decided to stay up in Doomben, and the great man himself, Big Swinger, has decided to stay up there in Doomben as well. I think this is the go. Aussie Nugget, Ben Thompson. One of you guys love the Golden Train.
Love Benny.
550 should win.
Is it a Bay Brown, the Aussie Nugget? It'd have to be a nice brown, wouldn't it? Horse selling.
Black ones, got to be careful. The
Huh?
black ones, they float up pretty quick. But,
Tony, you've gone back to your sister, mate. Ex-Victorian horses up in Queensland.
Yes, he has.
Golden Train.
Now,
Yeah,
can I just go?
Go
Tony,
on.
you know how we were bagging you about Big Boy Roy?
Yep.
Can I just say that I'm going to go on a record right now and say that if Battle On is scratched, I'm going to make Big Boy Roy.
No.
Potentially Big Boy Roy becomes
Oh,
my
no.
Fister.
Oh, well, it must be going to win.
Oh.
It's probably going to win.
Potentially.
You tip it, it'll win.
Potentially.
Oh, no.
Hugh Bowman, number 1, wet track. It just reminds me of when it went
Mate,
to the
this is
Gold
gonna
Coast
push-
last time.
This is going to push Tone over the edge.
One of the
I'm
most corrupt
piggybacking.
jockeys running around, you Bowman.
Oh,
Can't ride a bloody winner in a 4-horse race.
I reckon it can
You
win.
know,
though.
I'd
It
rather
can
have
win.
J-Mac on.
oh.
Nah.
Its last start wasn't that bad. It led them up, and then it was on the inside, so it was on the wrong
Wow.
part of the track, I reckon, at the end. So,
Oh.
having said that, let's stick with a Nugget. So let's get it to float to the top, because I think you've done really well with that, and we'll worry about Big Boy Roy for
Now,
next week.
Marto,
But
I know you like Willinga Beast, and Willinga Beast is nominated in 2 states, as you said.
yeah,
Pez has found one. Race 4, number 12. Great.
and race.
I've gone
Thanks, Pezza.
Tassie
Thank you.
inspired here. Jay
Thank you.
Carr, Ma Eustace absolutely brained him first up in Geelong at $1.80. And you know what I loved about this race? Because Cheville Chick, who I tipped today on the page, sorry people, they got nabbed on the line, beaten the nose. Cheville Chick is raced by Bennett Racing, who my mate owns. It's a pretty honest horse. It's going to win a few races, but Grease absolutely brained it, won by 6, and it was untouched. It was absolutely like you've never seen a horse win as easy as Grease did this day. And you know what the best thing about it was, Marta?
Oh, don't tell me Jamie Carr was on.
Jamie Carr she rode it. It was the only ride for the day. She
was
was
a
there to ride this
yeah.
horse.
It was a
And
sit
Marta,
skin.
you know what the best thing was?
Yeah. What?
It
Tell me.
smashed the clock.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Smashed. It rated 6 lengths better than standard. And it was untouched, but she didn't push a button.
Oh, I'm not arguing. You've got a good one here, and I think you're getting a bit of value about the price. It probably should
So
be around.
if Willinga Beast comes, I'm not that scared. And I tell you what, I think the Valley's made for this horse because first up it was back, it was favourite. It went for a spell straight away because it was off. Comes back,
Yeah.
absolutely brains him. Mooney Valley's its track. It jumps and it leads. It just stacks and
Yeah.
goes. Like, I swear to God, if this gets to the front at the bend, it's never been let down yet. So
I agree with
think
Taylor.
it's
I think
like the
Willinga
model.
Beach stays in Sydney, and that leaves this race open to Gris.
Yes.
Yeah. I
So
think.
I'm sort of
I
hoping
think.
Willinga. I hope Willinga sort of stays. It goes up.
I reckon it will. I reckon
I
it
think
will.
it
I reckon Willinga will stay and win there. I think Greece will win here. And I tell you what,
Mm.
Pezza,
Mm.
you don't pay 1 point whatever million
Yeah,
for a
probably
horse
just-
to be a cat.
No.
I mean, there are them out there, but
A couple
I
of
think,
specials come
I think,
from
I
last year.
think
I mean,
Greece is the word.
And a big
Well,
name too.
Nuff
A
Cabin
big
was
name.
one. It absolutely same thing. It blew the cock up on its first run. And Greece is another one. It's come out, excuse me,
Yeah,
on its
but-
second run. And it's
But
blown the clock
it's
up.
got to be a good horse if you go, let's just call it a country.
Oh, especially a Greek one.
Like, you know, in the UK, Tone,
Huh?
Japan's not a bad horse.
Oh, yes. There we go.
Very small multi this week with the 75, but if you throw Mardo 3 in a row, bang, you get up around the 250 mark. Love it.
Well, Mardo's Meat and Veg is not losing this Saturday. It's my birthday on Saturday. But there goes the
Oh.
hat.
Oh,
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy
mate. Well
birthday,
done.
big boy.
Nice little segue.
So, 43, Marto? How old is he?
No, I keep going. I'm 48. I know I look good for my age, but
Jeez, oh.
I'm 48. 40. Good on going. Jesus Christ, I'm struggling.
I'll be 48 on Saturday.
We've got a minute and a half to go. We just want to say one thing because I know Taz and Marto Tone in the chat on a Saturday. You don't know Tone because you left the chat like a little fucking like
No,
wolf.
he's got his own life. He's busy.
No,
You're talking about my
just
first
Yeah.
Put
four.
up in a little
sits
this is
down.
fat boy. What are you on about now?
Oh,
Anyway,
jeez.
No, Marto,
Yeah, mate,
Tone,
this is what
Mar-
he does. He starts
Tone,
stuff off.
Tone,
You don't like
Marto and Taz argue about Jamie Carr.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we
Because
do.
I rate her
Jamie
in
Carr
his-
has lost
Rick.
it. She's gone
No, so
right
Tone-
off.
No, it's
You think
Tone.
Mardo's
Just
with you?
before, I'm going to say Jamie Carr is a good jockey. She's just very, very much out of form at the moment. And it seems to be
I don't think
since
she's
the
out of
breakup
form.
with Clayton
Neither do
Douglas.
I.
Out of form.
She wins
cannot
5
ride.
on a Wednesday at Geelong when there's nobody there, but she can't win a race on Saturday. When
But
there's
how tough
competition.
is it to win a race on a Saturday at Spring Carnival? Like
She hasn't- when was the last one she won?
last week?
Wasn't
She
one,
always
was
won
it?
a day. Like
Yeah, that's enough.
bad.
No, I don't know.
10%.
I'm not convinced. I think,
Her
like I
5%
said,
cut's
I'm
enough.
not bagging her. She is a good jockey on a
Mm.
day, but
Mm.
something just not right in her head at the moment.
Guys,
Something's
very
affecting
quickly,
her the way she's
Fire back,
racing.
mate, because we're going to love
And
you
I'm
guys.
saying,
Put a line
Jamie
through it.
Carr, she
Thanks,
watches, we know that. So whatever it is,
It's,
get out of here. Get back to the
Ja- Jamie Carr will ride a winner this Saturday,
Oh, of
and
course.
hopefully it's
Greece.
Greece. Plus, she'll probably ride